Hey guys, happy Monday. As you pop on here, be sure and tell me hello, tell me where you're tuning in from. I love just to know where you are, where in your neck of the woods. And I'd love to even know what the weather is where you are. But here's the deal, it's September. It's time for autumn. We can start doing things that you would normally do in the fall. I know a lot of people talk about they like their pumpkin spice and stuff, and I think that's funny. I'm excited about having my fireplace, that crackling fireplace, just the smells and everything about fall is just yummy. And it's really a time where we start going inside, we start really looking at our house and the things we don't like, we want to decorate them, we want to get it ready for entertaining and having people over for the holidays. And so today I want to show you something that I created for myself. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I am all over about smells and having things in my home that are beautiful and that bring me joy. And I love stacking books up and putting little candles on chest of drawers and my cocktail table, my nightstand, all that type of thing. And I wanted to be able to show you something. This was something that I created, and it's some of the new product that we're going to be launching on a maker studio with this. You'll see it on the website this morning or this afternoon. And I want you to be able to see how adorable it is. Look, so I've got this black container that I've made myself. I'm going to show you how to make it. And I've got some gorgeous black wax. For me to have come in and done kind of a really bright wax or even a natural wax, I wouldn't like it as pretty. So I want to be able to have my wax the same color as my container. And then being able to come back and create all these wonderful fall-like decorative aspects that I can put into my candle are just really adorable. So I wanted to show you how fun and easy this is to make, and from scratch, everything from the container to the wax to being able to kind of decorate it. So are you ready? Let's get started. Now, here's the deal. If you've never tuned in before and caught me on Maker Monday, please be sure and share this video. If you tag some good friends that you know love crafting a beautiful life as well, your name will go in for a drawing, and we're going to be sharing that as far as the winner in 3 days. So all you have to do is share this video, tag some good friends, and I'm going to be sending some of the products to you absolutely free, and all you have to do is share. All right, let's get started. All right, so now one of the things I want to do that I think really sets this apart is I love making my own containers. I think this is so pretty, and I do love the black. So I'm going to show you how I created this. I'm using my mold. Now, if you've never worked with my eco powder before and our molds, you're in for a real treat. This is such a fun and easy thing to do. I think these would make great gifts. Do y'all not agree? I think it would make a great gift. It's definitely something that you can create and enjoy in your own home, but this would be a great gift to be able to take to somebody's house that you go to dinner, be able to go over to their home, a hostess gift, a birthday gift, whatever. I think it's fun and easy, and you could set up and make several at one time. So I'm going to be working with this small tray mold, and we're going to create a collection for you on a Maker Studio, so that way you can see and be able to get the products, whichever ones that you need that I'm working with today. And I'm also working with my eco powder, one of my favorite products that we've ever done. Totally. It's so easy and so fun to work with. And so I'm just going to clip the edge there, and I'm going to pour this into just a quart container. It really makes it nice as far as me mixing my powder with my water. So it doesn't take much. I'm going to use about a third of the bag, and so that way I've just got it in my container. Now I'm just going to take some warm tap water. I'm going to add just a little bit. Now, this is a lot like cooking in the fact that I like to try to add just a little bit of water in the beginning, get my eco powder kind of made into a paste, so you can see kind of like this. And I'm going to go in and add just a little bit more water. And the main thing is I really want to start blending this. I'm working with a paint stir stick. You can use a silicone spoon. You can use a wooden spoon. Now, you'll notice as far as it's a little bit thinner, it makes it easier for me as far as being able to make sure that there's no lumps in here. Feels good. Now I'm gonna go on and come back and add just a little bit more eco powder because I want to thicken it up. So when I'm doing this, I'll normally do I usually do 1 part water to 2 to 3 parts eco powder. You can make it a little thicker if you want to, if you want it to dry just a little bit faster, but I wouldn't play too much with the ratios. All right, that should be plenty. I just want to make sure that I stir this up and get all this lumps out. Guys, as you pop on, please tell me hello. Tell me where you're tuning in from. And if you look up in the link, I'm going to put a link there for you. So everything that I'm working with today, you'll be able to get 20% off. That's the advantage of the Maker Mondays that we do, because we love teaching you new things. We love thinking outside of the box, and we love using this as an opportunity to be able to introduce new product, because we want you to do all kinds of projects now that we've gotten into fall. All right, so now I'm just going to pour this into my mold. Now you'll notice this is the front. So we're working on this in reverse. And I'm just going to pour this in here slowly. I'm going to work my way across. Where it's nice and even. It's going to start to fill that mold up. And I like taking it all the way to the top. Look at that. Perfection. Perfection. Look at that. We mixed up the perfect amount. All right, so now, what I normally do is I'll just kind of tap the sides of this. You'll see you don't want to tap it too terribly hard. But what this does is it gets air bubbles out. So I'm just going to kind of go around each one of these channels of my bowl that I'm making. So that way I've gotten the bubbles out, and I'm going to let this set and dry for about 45 minutes to an hour. If you want it to set overnight, it's perfectly all right. But and I know it's hard when we're making things, especially with crafting. We get excited, and it's like I want to take it out of the mold. I want to demold it. Just let's give it an hour if we can. Don't rush it, but just give it an hour. That way it's going to be beautiful, and then we'll absolutely have the most fun demolding it. All right, so now after we've waited a while, we want to make sure that this is nice and hard. So now we can go through the demolding process. So some molds are a little bit tighter than others. This one's very easy to be able to get it out. And you want to just pull the sides like this. Voila, we've got our beautiful container. Now, I did this in the white because I did want to come back. I wanted a beautiful black matte finish to it. And so, you know me, I love painting. I thought it's really more fun for me and the finish that I'm wanting to be able to come back and actually paint it with my one step. So that's what I did. And I'm going to be working with my Amy Howard at Home. This is my sister company, Black One Step. And the great thing about this is it has a beautiful matte finish. I don't want any gloss. I don't want it to look like shiny acrylic paint. I want it to be really pretty. And I think having a matte finish like this makes it look very kind of more upscale and a little bit more sophisticated looking. So I'm going to go on and just paint it. I'm going to turn it over and work on the sides first. Now, if you're giving this as a gift, I would suggest painting the base as well. And even if you're going to have it for yourself, you could paint the bottom black. I just think that makes it look a lot prettier. I'm going to go on and paint the inside as well. when you make your containers with the Eco Plaster, remember when you run out of wax, all you do is make some more. Got my wax heating over here to be able to show you. I'm gonna turn that down. You can just refill it, so that way you're not having to go out and buy a new candle. That's another thing that I like, being able to make my own candles at home. I can use my essential oils. I know that there's no heavy duty chemicals in it. Turn that off. And working with this, with the One Step, it also doesn't have any of the VOCs in it. It allows you to be able to brush this on, and you're working with a water-based paint, and it works really well with the waxes as well as the Eco Powder. So I'm just wanting to get this everywhere. Now I need to hit this with a hairdryer. All right, so my container, I've gone on and put 2 coats of the black One Step on it. And you can, I think we have the little sample pots that will be easy for you to be able to do that. And it's ample enough paint to be able to do several of these. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking my natural beeswax, and I'm gonna mix it with my Noir pigment. Now, if you've not worked with the pigments before, guys, these are a game changer. With your paint, you can tint and make all different custom colors with your milk paint and everything from my sister company. But you can also use the pigments with everything from resin to Eco Powder to waxes and even soaps. And so I'm going to be working with the beeswax and the black pigment. I mix that in together. A teaspoon of this pigment is ample enough to be able to color your wax in 3 or 4 of these candles. So now what I need to do is I'm gonna go in and place in 2 wicks. Just strictly from the size of it, I think it's nice to have 2. So I'm gonna remove these little tabs off the bottom. They're little stickies, and this is gonna hold my wicks in place. So I'm just going to place it on the bottom like this. I'll place one here. Let's go ahead and take another one. Guys, as you pop on here, please tell me hello, where you're tuning in from. Don't forget to take advantage of the code that we have today that's going to allow you to be able to save 20% on all the products that I'm showing you here today. All right, so I'm just gonna put that in the center like that way. I'll have nice, 2 nice little wicks. The other thing that I wanna tell you, this is such a deal when we have these on Maker Mondays to be able to save you a lot of money on these. These are organic essential oils. It's really good to stay away from fragrances in your home and stay with essential oils, because this will allow you to be able to have a beauty fragrance in your home, and it smell great, but it's not going to mess up your hormones. They have done a lot of studies, and working with unnatural fragrances, they do that. That interrupts our hormone levels. And so I'm gonna do a mix of working with these essential oils. I'm gonna use cinnamon, ginger, and lemon. So you can get the set, and it's 20% off today, which makes it a great buy. So now I'm gonna mix 3 drops of each of these into my wax. I can pull this over here. I want you to be able to see. I work with a hot plate. Can you see that? Perfect. So I'm gonna do 3 drops of my cinnamon. I'm gonna do 4 drops of my lemon. And then I'll do 3 of the ginger. If you're more of a cinnamon person, then that way you may want to do more of the cinnamon for fall. It smells so pretty. I'm gonna give that just a little bit of a stir to disperse that essential oil all into my black wax. Again, to create the black wax, I think it's just so pretty. to have black wax with the container. It looks very, very elegant. So now I'm just going to take my wax and I'm going to take my time and just kind of pour it from the edge like this and let it fill up. I'm not worried about my wicks right now. I'm going to show you what we do to make sure that those are supported. I'm going to come back. I'm going to need to go in and melt just a little bit more black wax. When I am coming back and doing my decoration on my bowls like this, when I do this, I'll let you see kind of in the process of what we're going through. Don't fill it all the way to the top because you want to be able to have room to be able to add your pine cones and your little mini dried apples and fruits and anise into it. So what we're going to do, and we have all this for you on a Maker Studio, we're going to go in and take, in our wicks, we get these little holders, and I'm going to thread this through this, like this, has a hole, and that holds it up in place while the wax dries. Thread this here. Beautiful. So that way those are in place. Once the wax has actually come to tack and it's hardened, I'll be able to remove these and I'll be able to go in and clip my wicks. All right, so after our candle has hardened and kind of dried out, you'll see I kind of love the patina that the wax has to it. I think it's really pretty. Now it's time to decorate it. Now, if you want, you can hit this just a little bit with your with a heat setting very hot on your hairdryer, and it will soften the wax just a little bit. So that way, when you come back and you start to lay in your pine cones or your dried fruits or dried oranges or anise, that it will attach to the wax. Now, this is something that we're introducing with the Maker Studio. I am all about dried fruits and anything dried that we can put into, I like the resin, of course our wax candles, that type thing. So this is a new introduction for a Maker Studio today that you're going to be able to go and see in the collection of what's available. They're absolutely fabulous. And you can use these in a whole lot of different things. Of course, I have plans in my crafting time to be able to use them in some resin for sure for this fall. But I thought how fun it is to be able to create this really pretty fall candle. So what I do when I'm working on this size container, I'm going to look at it in as far as in threes. So I've got this end, I've got this end, and then I've got the center. So I try to repeat that. I'm going to have a pine cone on either side, basically for kind of weight. And then I'm going to come back in and I want to be able to lay these little white berries in to be able to have balance. It's kind of like you're putting together a flower arrangement. And then I'm going to go in and take some of these little mini apples and I'm going to place them in the center. Again, this is all about kind of creating our fall arrangement. Then I'm going to come in and add these. Again, you'll just heat your wax with a hairdryer or a heat gun, and that's going to allow all of this to kind of set into it. I'll bring that little anise over here. So pretty. I'm going to take another anise and kind of put it on the end. I just like the texture that it gives me. It's not about having to fill up the whole thing. I think, sadly enough, I think the lemons this time are a little bit too large, but we have figs, we have lemons, we have all different kinds of dried fruits and things for you to be able to use to create a fall candle. And I like getting these little breadboards. I like stacking it on top of some books like this. I think it just makes it so much fun. I can just play with it compositionally just a little bit more. That way you kind of balance that out. But let me raise this. See how cute? Look at that. So, so cute. So cute. I am actually working on a project, and I want to show it to you. T, could you grab that tray over there? So I want you to think, if you want to be able to have a beautiful fall candle on your table, stack of books, whatever, in your kitchen, this is the best. But also, I want to show you, with Halloween coming up, and we want to be able to do something that's kind of fun. With the same tray concept, look at this. You can take our stencils, and I just had the best time. I used, I had painted it with the black one step, and I used one of our spooky stencils with the spiders and the spider webs. And I thought, you know, wouldn't it be fun just to be able to have this cute little dish and to be able to pop some candy in it, and that way have it over on the side of the table when my grandson comes in. Don't tell my daughter-in-law and our son, because we're not supposed to give him sugar. But anyway, I just thought, what a cute tray idea. And if you wanted to, you could take what we're doing here for the harvest candle, and you could add the spider webs if you wanted to be able to make a cute little Halloween candle as well. Would make a great gift. So I hope you had fun today watching. I hope this is something that you would definitely do yourself. I don't get many texts from my daughters, but my oldest daughter texted me and said, Mom, I am in love with this candle. It's fabulous. And I was like, yay, score. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's Maker Monday. Share this video, tag some good friends and that you know love crafting a beautiful life. Then that way they can see what all they can do to get ready for this fall and Halloween season. I love it. And take advantage of the code today to be able to get 20% off on all the products that I used, and the introduction of our new dried fruits to be able to make these gorgeous harvest candles. Have a great day, everybody. Mwah. Love you guys.